If you're saving for your first home, you might have heard of lifetime ISAs, and you might know that the government will give you free money towards your first home if you use a lifetime ISA. This video would explain exactly what a lifetime ISA is, how much free money you can get, and the best ones on the market in 2025. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's George and I'm a finance professional working in the UK. And recently I was lucky enough to purchase my first house and I used a lifetime ISA which helped massively towards the deposit. So what is a lifetime ISA? Well, as you've probably guessed, a lifetime ISA is just a type of ISA, or individual savings account, which is essentially just like a bank account for savings and investments here in the UK. Now, the main benefit of an ISA is that any interest you earn on cash within an ISA, or dividends or gains on investments within an ISA, are completely tax-free. Now, in any given tax year, that's the 6th of April to the following 5th of April, you can put a maximum of £20,000 into ISAs. And of that 20,000, you can put a maximum of 4,000 into a lifetime ISA. So what's so good about a lifetime ISA? And why do people keep banging on about it? Well, any money that you put into a lifetime ISA, the government will give you 25% on top completely for free. So if you put £1,000 in, the government will give you £250, and if you put the full £4,000 in, the government will give you £1,000 on top completely for free. So that sounds pretty amazing. It's literally free money. So what's the catch? Well, the only catch is you can only use the money within your lifetime ISA when you come to purchase your home, as in when it goes towards the deposit of your first house, or you can use it when you turn 60 years old. So if you've got some savings tucked away, which you know you're going to use for a house deposit, it's actually a no-brainer to open a lifetime ISA, as the money's going to be used towards a house deposit anyway. And also the fact that once you put the money in, you actually can't get it out. It removes the temptation to spend it and actually really helps with saving habits. Now, it's worth pointing out that if you really need to get the money, you can, but you need to pay a fee. So you put money in, you get a bonus, and then if you take it out, you have to pay back the bonus plus 6.25% of whatever you've put in originally. So let's say you put £1,000 in, the government will give you £250 bonus. If you want to then take that money out, you need to pay back the £250 and then also £62.50 of the original £1,000. And also it's important to note that if you did open a lifetime ISA, you need to wait 12 months before you can use it towards a house deposit. And also the house you're buying needs to be under £450,000 in value, and you need to be between 18 to 39 to open a ISA in the first place. So if you're not already convinced that these things are a good idea, then consider this. If you're thinking about buying a house with someone else, say your partner, then you can both open lifetime ISAs and you can both use the 4K limit separately. So if you're both lucky enough to save £4,000 per year towards your house, then you can get £2,000 completely for free for the government, which I think is pretty phenomenal. So which one's the best to go for? Well, before we get into names, I do need to mention that there are actually two kinds of lifetime ISA. First of all, there's a cash lifetime ISA, and secondly, there are stocks and shares lifetime ISAs. So a cash lifetime ISA is like any other bank account. You put cash in, you get interest on your cash, and the money's safe, it's not at risk. In a stocks and shares lifetime ISA, your money is invested in the stock market, so it's at risk of going up and down with the movements in the stock market. Now this is fine, it's like any other stock market investment, but conventional wisdom says that if you're looking to use this money within 5 years, then it's probably not the best idea, as you haven't got enough time to sort of ride out the fluctuations in the stock market. For example, if you do get unlucky and you put money in at just before a crash, if you've not got the money in there for at least 5 years, you might not have enough time for the market to rebound and then go back up to baseline and then also give you some gains. But for example, if you know that you're a while off buying a house, as in much more than 5 years, then a stocks and shares lifetime ISA might be a really good shout for you, as you'll be able to be exposed to the potential gains of the stock market while also having enough time to ride out the ups and downs. And if you're new to investing in the stock market, then it's pretty simple. There are many videos on YouTube which will explain the ins and outs of stock market investing. However, for most people, when it comes to a house deposit, they're probably not looking to have this at risk. They want it to be safe and secure as cash, which is completely fair enough. And also, many people will be using it within 5 years, so they haven't actually got time to ride out the ups and downs of the stock market. So when it comes to cash ISAs, there are two providers which are head and shoulders above the rest at the time of writing. Firstly, that's Moneybox, and secondly, there's Tembo. Now, both of these are online only, and you can open an account using their app, or if you go direct to the website. Moneybox are currently offering 4.8% interest on your cash savings, and Tembo are offering 4.75% interest, so very close there. Both pay monthly, which is really good, and both can be opened with as little as £1. Now, in my opinion, Tembo is actually the number one choice, and that's because Moneybox has a bonus on their interest rate. So after 12 months, the interest rate will drop from 4.8% down to 3.8%, whereas this isn't the case with Tembo. So I think you're actually better off going with Tembo. Now personally, I actually used Tembo when I purchased my first house, so I can speak from experience that they're a really good provider. Now I must just mention that I'm in no way affiliated to either of these platforms, I'm just speaking from personal experience. Now it's worth mentioning that these interest rates that are offered by Tembo and Moneybox aren't fixed. They will go up and down as the Bank of England changes the base rate of interest. But at the time of writing, these are your best options. The last thing I want to mention is when it actually comes to buying your house, what do you do? How do you actually use your lifetime ISA? Now it's very, very important that you don't just withdraw the money into your main bank account, as you'll incur the 25% fee if you do this. Instead, what you need to do is you need to contact your lifetime ISA provider, so either Moneybox or Tembo directly, and pass over your solicitor's details. And they'll basically communicate between each other on your behalf, and the money will go directly from your lifetime ISA to your solicitor, which will then be used for your house deposit. So hopefully this has been helpful, and if you've got any questions, please leave a comment. I'll be sure to get to them all. Thanks for watching.